Welcome back, supply chain friends. I'm Brooke Elliott, and I'm here to provide you professional development tips and tricks. In the last two episodes, I covered 2 steps in building resilience. And today I'm going to cover a third step to build resilience. And when we think about challenges that we're facing, it could be in our personal and or our professional life. And when I think about supply chain, right, it could be a supply issue. It could be a contract or a negotiation issue. It could be a supplier issue, right? There's so many different challenges that we face in our professional world, but there are also things that we face in our personal world, and they both basically can transfer and transition from one to the next. And so when we think about these challenges and building resilience, there's great opportunity for us to take simple steps to control our emotional responses so that we can move forward more quickly. And that's basically what I've been covering over these last couple episodes. And so again, today we're going to cover a third step that I would suggest that you take in building resilience when faced with, say, a simple or complex challenge. Okay, so let's get started. So in the first and second episode, we talked about taking a pause when we face a challenge, taking a breath, and then recognizing the fact that we're having a reaction. Okay, and the first recommended step was to activate a strength that you have to move forward. And the second step was to think through what can you learn from the situation. Well, the third step to consider is what inspiring action can you take to move forward? And this could be an inspiring action that gets you and or other people excited, right? Or maybe inspires and motivates yourself and other people. So where the first step talked about activating a strength, this one is talking about actually taking a certain action, right? So all of them have been a little bit different because this one is really thinking through, like, what steps can I take to move forward that is inspiring, right? And again, we all have a different definition of what inspiring is. But when you actually think about taking the action, it brings about a different emotional response, right? So, and the beauty of all of this is that you have the opportunity to think through your strengths and what inspiring actions you could take before you even face a challenge, so that when it happens, you are prepared. And that is also the beauty of practice, because the more you practice, the more that you see how you can take these steps and actually how they benefit you as well as the people around you. Now, all these steps that I've been talking about in these 3 episodes are what we call mental fitness or positive intelligence, and they are certain components of mental fitness. Now, there are other things that are included in a full positive intelligence and mental fitness practice that I have not yet covered and possibly will in the future. But these are basic steps that you can consider and take when faced with a challenge. And again, I wanted to make them simple for you to first easily understand, and then second, to easily take action. And again, having a list of things, perhaps written down or even in your head, to go to when you're faced with a challenge will make it much easier. So being prepared is key. Now, some may think, well, what does an inspiring action look like, right? So I think it's really easy for us to think about inspiring actions in our personal lives, right? It could be, say, volunteering with a local organization, giving back, right? It really fills your cup. For some, it could be maybe making a nice meal for somebody, or doing something that really serves others. And in the workplace, it could look very similar. It could be getting up and speaking to a team member and offering help, or it could be writing a thank you note to a coworker for something they did that was just really thoughtful and considerate. Or it could be recognizing a team member for the fantastic contributions that they have made to the team and the organization. These are just a few. I would say think of a couple that really would be inspiring to you and feel free to share. I'm going to keep it simple and short this time again. So thank you so much for joining to hear about the third step in building resilience, and I'll see you next time.